I don't know what I'm doing. So, I am going to start a weekly reading vlog. I'm going to try to start posting bookish content. I don't know how much reading will happen, but something will happen. Let's update you. So, well, let's go. This morning, I didn't really do that much. I just did some Discord server stuff that I run a book club in. And I help run a book club. I'm not the only person, but I do most of the micromanagement for this summer at least. And I had lunch, which was really good. It's this one pot creamy vegan broccoli pasta, whatever it's called. And then I came and I recorded a video. Not super happy with it, but that's because of the game, not because of my performance or anything. I'm not sure. You're gonna have to forgive boxes and things that look packed. It's because I'm living in a half-packed world. This month, it's August 9th. I need to read Pray by Michael Crichton. I don't have it. Will I put up a picture? Ooh, fancy. And then I'll probably read the ebook and the audiobook because they're both on Scrib, so I will probably try and listen along while I read. Might not happen. I might just listen to it while I do embroidery. And then I just started last night Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb, which is the second book in the Farseer trilogy, which thanks to Cody at Cody's Book Corner and all of them, they kept on raving about the Robin Hobb, so now I have to read it. I don't make the rules. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else I'm doing today. Don't know what else I'm doing at all. But I wanted to start doing this. And as much as I love recording gaming videos and I like editing, gaming videos don't really open up to a lot of, creative editing adventures. Do I have a TBR? Do I have a TBR for August? No, I have Prey by Michael Crichton. I have Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. I am in the middle of A Dark and Hollow Star. I read this when it first came out in March, and I want to reread it. I kind of started it, and by kind of means I marked reading goals, and I made it to page 32 before I got burned out on fantasy. I put fantasy down for like a whole month. But if you don't know, A Dark and Hollow Star is by Ashley Shuttleworth. This is their debut novel, and I love it. I give it 5 stars. My chair squeaks. It is about a group of 4 fairy folk fays. Well, in a fury. 3 fays in a fury. You know what? Let me just pull up my Goodreads review because I really like how I typed it up. And whenever anyone asks me, oh, what do you think about it? What is it about? I'm like, just read this. Okay. So, A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth is about a group of teens looking into murders happening to Ironborns. An Ironborn royal outcast, an exiled fury, a prince, and the prince's guardian all meet gay and do crime. Which, I mean, isn't wrong. It's what happens. I read the book the first time during Becca's 48-hour bookopoly. I read this and 2 other way shorter books, which isn't that much compared to some people, but it's a lot compared to me, especially at that time. Major reading slumps were happening. But this is an LGBT book. It has rep in the book. There is MLM, WLM, WLW, non-binary, and gender fluid, and the calling out of someone using the wrong pronouns. But yeah, so, I mean, if you haven't read it, pick it up, read it. It's on Scribd, the audiobook and the ebook. And the second book is going to be coming out next year. So that's super exciting. So, I mean, if I could finish this, that would be nice. But I'm not super worried about finishing this book. I do have this book. It's a nonfiction. I'm just kind of like slowly going through it. I'm not super like I need to read it all right now. But it's just I mean, it's Vegan Style by Sasha Camille. Otherwise, I would really like to get to The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager, which is about Emma, who watched some of her bunkmates at Camp Nightingale leave and they never returned. So now she's older and the camp director has asked her to come back and be a painting instructor now that she's like a really famous painter. And yeah, that's stuff happens. It's a thriller. I really kind of only know that and kind of what it said in here, but and I got this from Half Price Books. I do not have book of the month. I keep on saying otherwise nothing. I am about 50% way through Strange the Dreamer. I've been listening to the audiobook of it, so this is not accurate. Neither is this. But I have been getting it from my library, and I didn't finish it the first time I got it, and I got it again. I was in the middle of another book I was really enjoying, so I just re-put it on hold. If you don't know, Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor is about Laszlo Strange, who was an orphan. I really don't know that much about it, and he has been obsessed with the lost city of Leap, and no one can remember it. But he keeps on finding slight clues about it, and then an opportunity comes who is putting together a group to go across the country and see Weep and figure out what happened, because Weep needs saving. It took a while for me to get into it, but by the time I hit like 25% in, I was starting to get really into it, and it picked up a lot for me. When I get the audiobook again, I might restart it from the beginning, or I might go through and just skim through. I probably won't read it in August though, because my hold is like 18 weeks out when I last checked. There's 9 people in front of me. Not getting to it anytime soon. There's some books on Scribd from like my childhood. The audiobooks are up there, and I'd really like to listen to them. Like Uglies by Scott Westerfield, or the Private series by Kate Bryan, but I don't have any strict intentions on reading those. But maybe I'll get to them, maybe I won't. I'm a really big mood reader, and lately I've been listening to audiobooks a lot more than I've been reading books because I've been doing embroidery. Check down below for a link to Etsy. Do you want to see what I have on sale right now? I have this lavender. I have this one. I have this one. So I decided, instead of doing anything productive like job hunting, reading, working on my embroidery, I was gonna get my life together, question mark, by getting all my embroidery stuff, which is right here, kind of, into one place. At least my finished embroidery and like my mailing supplies, which is gonna be in my Alex drawers, which are behind you. But I don't know what drawer or anything yet, so we are going to go on this adventure together. I have a lot of crafting stuff. Okay, so I got these 2 drawers cleaned out. I must have had pencil lead or something in it because I had black streaks. My finished projects and my packaging stuff. This isn't all of it. This is just kind of what I had on hand right now. And the tissue paper I had already pulled out to use when I was weighing stuff. And then down here, I have all my fabric back here that's lined up from like least likely to use to more likely to, this is my backing, and then these are the 3 that I use for pretty much every project. And then my fabric scissors, and then my hoops, and this is a canvas bag that I need to work on for my mom for her birthday. And then my glue gun that I just got because I wasn't sure how I wanted to finish the back of my embroideries. But yeah, so that's done, which is a good thing because it's something that I've been meaning to do for a while. Good morning! Almost afternoon. It's 11 a.m. A pretty slow start, mostly because I didn't wake up until 9:30 because I couldn't fall asleep last night. I didn't really do that much last night. I kind of caught up on BookTube. I'm still like at the beginning of July when it comes to BookTube. So, working on it. Not necessarily working fast. I'm watching Fear of the Walking Dead. I don't like The Walking Dead, but I thought I'd give Fear of the Walking Dead a try, and I'm really not sure if I like it because, surprise, surprise, it has a lot of the same writing styles that I didn't like, and the same type of characters that I didn't like in The Walking Dead. This morning, I took a shower, and I washed my hair. And that's all I've done. I haven't even eaten anything yet today. Today's gonna be pretty slow, not a lot happening. I am going to look at a house with my mom. I'll try to get some reading done at some point today. I didn't listen to any audiobook or anything, actually. So I have Scribd, right? And Scribd has some of my books that I want to read this month for like book clubs, and I opened it up to download it onto my phone, and it was like, not available until September. And I'm like, you lie. You said it would be available. My computer's behind you. You said it would be available on, yeah, no, here it is. I don't know. It's like it glitched or something so that the audio or the ebook was available this month, and then just for like a little bit today it was like, the audiobook is not available. It's not available until September. And I was like, oh wait, it was available 2 days ago. I don't know, but it's available now, and I have it downloaded on my phone, so if it does decide to glitch out, I should still have it. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure how that works. But the audiobook's only 5 hours long. It's like a really short book. I don't know how, because it's almost 500 pages. Ask me how that makes sense. It doesn't. Unless it's a really fast audiobook. I haven't even started it yet. So unless the narrator reads really fast, in that case, I won't be speeding the book up at all. I didn't even make my bed this morning, just focus on me. Let's see. Yesterday, I talked to you yesterday morning. Ended up doing like nothing of what I said I was gonna do. I spent the day with my mom and my grandma, so cameras didn't come because no one wants to be on camera. Alright, well, that's my tiny little update that I haven't done anything. I'm at Taco Bell. That's Taco Bell. I don't know. Why am I... Look, I leave the house. I have proof. I leave the house.
We don't have any black beans. Would you want refried?
Yeah, can I just get refried then?
Right.
Thank you. Got it. I also got that to stand up somehow. Taco Bell's out of black beans. What? Excuse me? Why? How? Black?
Harbor Audio presents Pray by Michael Crichton.
The audiobook on Script is an abridged version. That would be why it's only 5 hours long. But, yeah, it doesn't say it's an abridged version. Nowhere. Which is super annoying. The real audiobook's like 14 hours long. And I was like, that makes a lot more sense for a 500-page book. But I found out because I was about to go talk about it in my book club, and I need to figure out where I was in the book so I could, put spoiler warnings. And I was like, this wasn't in the audiobook. So I'm debating, do I buy the audiobook? It's expensive. Do I look like I'm made of money? I'll try and decide on what to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. But so far, I'm really enjoying the book. The hour I have listened to the abridged version. So basically, in this book, Pray by Michael Crichton, it's about nanotechnology. And Dad lost his job, so he's been a stay-at-home dad while Mom is going to work, and she works for a nanotech company, and they have actually been able to produce, and they believe they can reliably produce nanotechnology, nano cameras that are like 1/10 of the size of a red blood cell, to be able to take internal photos for medical diagnostics and stuff. something goes wrong. In the summary, like in the description of the book, it says a cloud of nanoparticles escapes the laboratory. The cloud is self-sustaining and self-reproducing, and it's intelligent. And for all practical purposes, it's alive. It's been programmed as a predator, and it's becoming more deadly with each hour. Every attempt to destroy has failed, and we are the prey. It sounds really cool, and I really want to read the book. Here's where I've gotten up to on the raccoon. I think it's really cute. It's gonna turn out super cute because I'm doing my best to follow like where the fur naturally grows. Good morning. It's Thursday. I had biscuits and gravy for breakfast. Didn't get any footage of that because biscuits and gravy. Water. I've had breakfast. So let's get going. Okay, as you saw, I got my GRE question of the day done, and I just applied to a couple of jobs. I'm having a hard time finding jobs that I actually qualify for, which is surprising and not. I was having a lot easier time earlier, so I don't know what's up. But I'm also just not hearing back from anyone, which is very annoying. I think I'm gonna do my Duolingo next. I just finished lunch. Didn't record any of it again. I'm now having to add things to my to-do list because didn't think about it before. So some of this other stuff will probably not get done. But I need to start packing. So I think I'm gonna start with my bookshelf. I've already packed some of my books like a few weeks ago. Okay, so I packed up some of my books. It doesn't really look like I did. I only packed up one box, which is also why it doesn't look like that big of a difference. And I only kept out one book purposefully. And honestly, I don't know. I might pack it up with the rest of these. I don't know if I'm down to read the Iliad right now or not. But it's something I do want to read. I read the Song of... Wait, let me turn you around. I want to read the Iliad by Homer. Eventually, I read the Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller in July. It was our book club pick for July. And I read it, and I enjoyed it. Like, looking back, I probably would rate it higher, but I'm gonna stick with the rating I gave it. I gave it 3 stars. And in my review, I said, I'll probably never willingly read this again by myself. But actually, I think I'm gonna change that. I'm thinking about reading the Iliad for like a video, and then rereading the Song of Achilles. I don't think that's anything like, ooh, wow, groundbreaking genius ideas. But I think it's something that I think would be really cool to do. Just like I have Odin's Child by Siri Peterson? Is it Siri? Probably spelling that wrong. Which just came out in English in March of 2021. And I really want to read it. But I think I might want to read the original story of Odin. I don't know how hand in hand they go together. Now I have to deal with all of this. Oh, something else I did. or me and my mom did, because some of it was her stuff that she was keeping for me to go through when I wasn't planning on moving back in, is we cleaned off some room on the shelves in the corner. So I have room to put stuff that like already packed. Like this is my movies. They've just been living in the box, but now I can put it on the shelf, so it's not just sitting on the floor in front of the shelf. Same with like, this is all my tea. Do I have a problem? Maybe. Dinner, which is a big salad. It's got tomatoes and bell pepper and feta and cucumbers and croutons and Italian salad dressing.
The dingy corner coffee shop to plug in a laptop. The home to the tail end of journalism, that ugly, scaly thing shrieking for clicks and shares.
My game just crashed. But what? Why? Hello? Is this a sign I should do something else? I'm gonna play Stardew Valley. I haven't played that in a long time. It's Friday, the 13th, and I showed you my breakfast. It's now almost 2 p.m., but today's just kind of been a bleh day. I don't really know why, but something I just thought of today was I was going to record a first half of the year, what I read, some reading stats and all of that stuff, and well, I packed up more than half of my books. So I still have some of the books out, but I don't have that many that I read out. So I don't know. That might have to wait until I've moved. This was my to-do list for yesterday. And as you can see, I got 4 things done, which I guess isn't that bad, but I thought I'd just give you a little bit of an update. Instead of moping around and doing nothing like I did all morning, I decided to get some things done that maybe weren't so, a high pressure deal, like packing or recording a game, things that are going to take a lot more effort. So I'm doing some low effort things so I can still get something productive done. So right now I am making sure my Google spreadsheet for my 2021 books read is updated. I'm not gonna try and update my hold because I haven't done that in a while. And like I said before, most of my books are packed now. So instead of trying to go through the stress of figuring that out, I'm updating my spreadsheet for my read books with like my rating and the page numbers and all of that. And then I'm going to go into story graphs and make sure everything's updated. And you know, just kind of do some like chiller things. But I realized I never updated y'all on the book yesterday that I started and finished because it was only a 4-hour audiobook. And I Do Not Forgive You, Stories and Other Revenges by Amber Sparks. Now it could have been because I was listening to the audiobook while I was doing other things like playing games and stuff. But I have listened to other short story audiobooks and played games and loved them. So it's not on me for doing other things while listening to the book. But I ended up giving it I keep on looking because I'm checking. I have pulled up my Goodreads. Will be linked down below if you feel the need to follow me. But I ended up giving it a 3-star. I did use Call Pile from G at the Book Roast. Yes, G at Book Roast. And I feel like the 3 stars was probably a little bit generous. I was probably a little generous when I was rating it. But the book just, none of the stories really grabbed my attention. Okay, well, scratch that. Some of them grabbed my attention. Some of them did not. Some of them were only a 2-minute story. And then some of them were 30 minutes. And only, I think someone said there's like 22 stories. And it's only 192 pages and a 4-hour audiobook. Now, some of the stories kind of read more like poetry almost to me. Like they were so short and so ambiguous. I think that was the word of my review, was ambiguous. And I hate ambiguity. Oh my gosh. Where was I? I don't know. Words? But I really don't like ambiguity in my stories. I'm like, I don't want to have, like, drawing some conclusions, okay. But, like, I don't want the story to end on this super ambiguous note. Like, these are supposed to be stories of revenge, right? But, like, where's the revenge in some of these stories? You tell me these stories of these awful things happening to these people, or, like, these people just being downright rude. And then the end of the story, and they walked into a police station. And what did they tell the police? Did the police believe them? Did they, I don't know, go to court? Did the police arrest them? Did they get out on bond and then come kill him again? Like, that's not a spoiler. That's just like, that's kind of the vibe of the end of the stories. Now, there were some that were like pretty good. Okay, I figured out which story is like one of the ones I really liked. It's also one of the ones towards the ending. There are a few others throughout the book that I liked, but I really liked. It's about this husband and wife who are really materialistic, and the husband's kind of rude, but the wife is really nice and really kind. Hey, editing Bethany here. This next part gets spoily, so skip ahead to this time code if you don't want to hear it, or until the text on the screen is gone. And then the wife dies, and people start asking, like, oh, what happened to your wife? Oh, where's your wife? Where's this? And the husband kind of blows up. And I think the ending of this story is like something that it's slightly ambiguous, yes, but it's not so ambiguous you're like, oh, what's happening? Like, you get an idea of what the revenge is at the end of it. So, like, I really enjoyed that one. But, like, the very first story in here is about these two women who were, like, best friends, and then one of them ghosts the other, and the one who got ghosted is, like, straight down stalking her previous best friend. There's no revenge in the story. There's no ending to the story. It's just like, oh, it's life. You got ghosted. And yeah, it's shitty, but like, you got ghosted and you move on. Where's the revenge coming from? And something I thought was really kind of interesting, and I don't know if it was purposeful or not, but all the stories kind of tie back to one town. And I think it's New York City, if I'm remembering the first story correctly. But like, the first story mentions this butcher, this coffee place, these certain locations. And then in 3 stories, you get this other character and you learn about the guy at the butcher shop and like all of this. So that was really interesting, and there are some fantastical elements, like fairy tale elements and gods and goddesses and stuff, which I thought was okay. I won't say it. I liked it, but it was very random, so I could understand how people weren't super excited with it. That's that, though. I ended up giving it a 3-star. They are short stories, so you're not getting full character arcs, but at the same time, you're not really getting an ending to any of the stories. And some of them were definitely more filler, and I'm like, but why? Why put in a 1-page or 2-page, like a 5-minute read, when you have these others that are like 30-minute read, 20-minute read, a 15-minute read? Like, if you stay within that, but then you get down to, I was looking over because I was like, oh, something must have happened. Like, that wasn't a complete story. And it was like, oh no, this chapter is only 2 minutes long. And I'm like, why? Maybe I'm ranting about this a little bit too much, but like, I don't read a lot of short story anthologies or collections or anything. Like, this is all by one author. I read An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good earlier this year by Helen Thurston. It's a translated piece of work, I think from Swedish. I don't quite remember, but like, I gave it 4 stars, and it's definitely, I'd say, like one of my favorite books that I read this year. I was laughing through the entire book. I listened to it as an audiobook. I was laughing through it. I was able to follow things, and some things weren't, full conclusions and stuff, but nothing was like this one paragraph of this thing that happened, but I'm not going to tell you anything more than like the conflict. Well, I prefer finished stories. So maybe the fact that this was 1, a short story collection, and 2, a short book just didn't add together for me. Maybe that's it. I'm not going to give up on short stories or anything, but just, maybe I'll be a little bit more picky. I just went on a whole tangent about that, but I figured, probably going to be the only book I finish this week, so I might as well let y'all know what I thought about it. We got back from IKEA. We ended up having lunch at IKEA, which was amazing because it's been so long. And if you don't know, IKEA veggie balls, they're like vegetarian meatballs. They're good. Like, they taste exactly like their regular meatballs from what I remember. I haven't had food from IKEA in years, but I have a headache, hence why like all my lights are off. I'm gonna turn that light off very soon, and I'm just gonna chill out, relax. quesadillas with zucchini and onions, and then the leftover okra I had. You should use some salt. I'm gonna go put salt on these. Just throw on a little bit of extra salt. I like my okra cooked to a crisp and salty. That's better. I lie. I'm not doing anything productive. I'm watching YouTube. Although I'm kind of feeling a dark and hollow star, so I might pick that up, restart it, and pick it up. You'll see if I do. It's that book right there. Oh, something I did find out about this book. There will be 4 books so far. Ashley Shuttleworth, they've gotten approved for 4 and 3. Also, 3 and 4.
Simon & Schuster Audio presents A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. Read by Vikas Adam, UOC, Natalie Novice, and Imani Jade Powers.
Prologue. Electo. The immortal realm of chaos.
Hi, good morning. I was so tired last night. I got in bed to read like really soon after I started reading, and I think I only made it to page 38, not a lot, before my eyes were literally like falling. And then I watched an episode of Fear the Walking Dead, and then I was like out. I fell asleep. Amazing. My face looks so red, and so does my nose. I don't know why. Today, I don't know what I'm doing today. I think I'm just gonna take it chill. I wrote this whole to-do list for the weekend, and I've done one thing. I made this to-do list, and I've done one thing. So I think this is just gonna be my to-do list for the entire week, and I will work on it like that. I think this is where I'm gonna end this vlog, and I'm just gonna edit it today and tomorrow and hopefully get it up Wednesday. If this is up Wednesday, can you give me an applause? Because editing vlogs is hard. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to subscribe, comment, and do I change my outro from what I do for gaming, or do I do the same one? Because what I do for gaming is feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I will see y'all all next time. Bye. Do I do that, or do I do something else? I don't know, but you know, feel free to subscribe. I am gonna start trying to post 1 video a week. I'm not promising any more than that right now, so it might be a vlog, it might be a sit down video, but I'm just gonna start with 1 video a week. I have some ideas. I've written down a lot of ideas, brainstorming before, but I know some of them I'm not gonna be able to do now because most of my books are packed up. But even though most of my books are packed up, I'm still gonna try and put out some content for y'all. And by y'all, I mean the 1 person that's subscribed to me right now. And I'm sure once I do move and I get an actual bookshelf and not just the calyx, you'll see a book organization thing. I think I might go ahead and record what I read in the first half of the year, a very late edition. Even though I don't have all my books, I do have a few of them, and then I can just put up pictures of the other ones. Check out my links down below. I will link you to my other YouTube channel, my Etsy, my book Twitter, my Bookstagram, which I never really post on. I post on occasionally, and I'll start getting better about that. I need to make a schedule. I work best on schedules. But then I need someone to keep me accountable, because if it's just me keeping myself accountable, I go, but do I need to? But yeah, I mean, check out all my links down below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see all the chaos I get up to. Who knows what will happen? Bye.